Hey guys, what's up? It's Angelthetwin here, and we are on the brand new Paris map for Overwatch. It is a 2CP map, which I'm not really a fan of 2CP, but the map is really nice, and I've had some fun playing on it. So we're going to do a quick overview. We're going to start from the attacker side because I think it's a little bit easier to learn the map from the attacker side since you're the one usually pushing the objective. Alright, let's get started. Okay, in this beautiful room right here in Cabaret Luna, I believe it's called. This is the attacking spawn room. This Omnic usually sings. Unfortunately, you can actually hit her. You know, she'll be taken aback by it. But besides that, you have this upper portion up here, which... wait, is this a swing? Oh, that's so cool. I never even noticed the swing when I was playing on the map. Anyways, you have this upper portion up here, which, you know, really doesn't do anything. It's not like you can leave from either side up here. The only exits out of the spawn are through the bar right here on the right, and then through the main exit, which is right here. I think these are some devs of the game. You see a couple of their pictures in Route 66 as well in the diner. But as you come out, you have basically two options when pushing on to the first point. You come out, you have this mega health pack right there, which is great. If you have a Sombra or something, you can hack that and, you know, get the ball rolling. You can come to the right here into this building. You have a staircase on your right, minor health pack, and this graffiti wall with the Omnics and soccer ball, which is good because as you're making your way to the first point, you can't really be seen too much. There's a lot of cover here. While you're getting to the choke point that is inevitable. You can also go upstairs, right? If you're playing Widowmaker or something, you can come up here, Widowmaker or Ashe, and you kind of have a sight line, but not really onto the first point. If any of the defenders push up even a little bit, you know, you can be up here. But otherwise, this spot isn't too helpful on attack. Before we get to the point, let's check out the left side over here. So you can push up this way, and you can kind of peek around this corner, and that gives you a sight line into the choke or just past the choke, which most teams won't defend right up to the choke. I'll show you guys where most teams are defending right now. But so far, both of these lanes, the right and the left, are pretty safe. Nobody really peeks from the choke to try to get a kill or anything. You can push up all the way up here with your team, and nobody's going to take any damage. But second, the minute you go up these stairs right here on the right, as a Widowmaker, as an Ashe, as a soldier, anyone who's trying to get a sight line onto the choke, you're looking straight through the choke onto the first point, which is all the way in the back. But most teams set up right here, right next to that this sign right here. I guess you'd call it this pillar with all the Omnic posters on it. This is where most teams set up, right up here, because they have access to a health pack over here, and they can run towards the back of the point that way. So this is really aggressive, but I've seen almost all the teams that have been playing on the PTR play right here for the first defense. So you want to be careful when you're peeking through here as an attacker. Otherwise, this leads to the right side over here, and again, you have a health pack there, you have this mega health pack over here, you have another little health pack over here, and that's it for this first part of the map. So you're gonna start proceeding onto or through the choke. This is choke point right here. There's a couple of ways you can do this. There's this small little hallway right here that you can get away with hiding if you're playing like Hanzo or something, or Tracer if you're getting ready to dash, or even Doomfist if you're waiting for your abilities to come up. But what most people do, because these are usually the only two options, are they run quickly into this room, and then, you know, they have access to the stairs. They do have some cover, but most teams, like I said, play up there on defense, so you kind of have to do this quickly. Or they come around very quickly over here into this alleyway with the police cars. You have a mini health pack there, and then you have access to the police station and can kind of flank around onto the point. I haven't seen too many teams do that yet, but I think it'd be a very good move, especially with most teams playing that close to the choke. All right, let's go left first. Continue left. So like I said, you have some cover here with this van, and you can go up these steps. You have another health pack over here. You are still quite open. You know, the windows are pretty big in this doorway to the shop. So if they are defending from right outside that police station, you're still going to take quite a bit of damage. And then this also leads up to this sort of balcony over here, where you can come all the way around, and this is what I call the piano room. There's a nice little, I think this is like a hotel, maybe that might be coat check or something. There's a piano, and this leads down straight onto the point. So this is the first point right here. Let me show you guys. This square right here, you can kind of see the outline. That is the first point on this 2CP map. This is what you have to come in and hold to take the point. So there's a lot of options for the defenders, not so many for the attackers. I think there's only literally 2, maybe 3 of you count, just going straight down this street right here, which some people do, and they just, you know, rush past the defenders onto the point and then make them sort of, you know, switch spaces with them, so that it's more like the attackers are defending and the defenders are now trying to attack the point, because you know, you have that tactical advantage of already being on the point. They have to come to you to stop you. Anyways, right side, let's talk. So you go into this alley, you have the police station here, you have access to this platform right here that the defenders usually defend on, or you can go straight by them and you can kind of come around the point. You have that bridge and the overhang of it, so you can go under here, or you can come all the way around this way onto this staircase, push into this room, which has a mega. You can come through here as well, and then push onto the point through this flank on the right. So you have 3 options, right? You can go right, left, or straight down the middle. Usually that's what you can normally do in a, you know, 2CP map. I think maybe except for Hanamura. Even Hanamura has that option, just, you know, it's a little bit easier to go straight through. So that's it for the first point. Defense, I've seen a lot of people running Bastion, Torbjorn, Symmetra. Wow, we just ran into that sign. The defending characters, or characters that used to be in that defense part of the, you know, the breakdown, the character breakdown, they do really, really well on this map. From what I've seen, Torbjorn, Bastion, and Symmetra are monsters on this map. And I think that might be just because of the cover and the way it's set up. It's very easy to put a Bastion somewhere that is difficult to deal with, like in that back corner, or even a Torbjorn, right? A Torbjorn turn over here is kind of hard to deal with. A Torbjorn turn up here, maybe behind this thing, has some good sight lines. So they're doing pretty well. But let's move on. Let's keep it going. So you take first point. What are you going to do? You do have this health pack over here, so you can keep pushing. But after you take first point, you're going to be met with sort of a semi-choke. You cannot go to that courtyard through here. So, you know, your only 2 options are either right through this front gate or through this side on the left. Now, usually what I've seen is people don't usually, you know, take fights here. This is kind of that dead zone where after you die on the second point, you'll be safe walking up. Most teams won't push out of this mansion, which is where the second point is located. Sort of think of it like, you know, that space on Volskaya between the first and second point with all the trucks. Except that might be a little bit more dangerous because there are more sight lines than there are here. So you can go left, you can go straight through and then right, but you have a minor health pack right in the center where that, I think that's a fountain, yeah, where that fountain is. You have access to the mansion on the left side and on the right, and I think there is another, yeah, there's another minor health pack over here by this van. But let's talk about getting in. So obviously you can walk straight through, and you see this statue right here. This is the second point, right? This space right here. Sort of, I think everything that is light gray and then towards the statue is the point. I don't think this all the way back here counts as capturing the point, or over here. You have to be sort of in this square to capture the point. But you can go straight through the red carpet. I highly suggest you do not do this. This point is very difficult to take, especially against a Bastion or Torbjorn that can put themselves or their turrets, Symmetra as well, over here, where you have to come out and actually turn around to deal with them. You're going to want to flank onto the map right or left. So let's talk about left first. So on the left side, you do not have a health pack. That's okay. You go up these stairs, and then you have two options. Oh, you do have a health pack. I've never seen that health pack over there. Okay, so you have a mega health pack over there. That's great. You can go in here, and you're in the ship room, I'll call it for now. Or we should call it the ice sculpture room, because the other side doesn't have an ice sculpture. And the other side, that room is going to be called the globe, and you'll see why in a second. So you can push straight through here, and then down these stairs to my right, that leads to the point. And this stair back here leads to the defender spawn and sort of, you know, the back of the point. You can see you have a mini health pack next to this ice sculpture. You also have some sort of cover with the ice sculpture. Very nice. And you can also avoid a fight in this room, trying to push through all the way over here if you want. And you can come all the way around on the left. You have a mega health pack over here, some overturned tables where you can sort of have some cover, and you can push straight on. You have this covered statue for defense, right, for some sight line denial from the enemy. And then you can move either straight onto the point or to the left, wherever you need to, depending on where the enemies are located. All right, let's take a look at the right side. So on the right side, like we said, you have this mini health pack by this van. You can walk up to the steps. Now, unlike the left side, there is no access to the outside, but you do get access to this little hallway room, right? You can push in over here. Very good defensive sight lines. They can't see you. And then you can push onto this first level right here, which is kind of wide open and very susceptible. Sometimes the enemy are up on this platform where the globe is, which is a very it's a good spot if they want to be a little bit aggressive, if they know you're coming in through there. It's very easy for them to either rotate onto the point from here or back to that piano and near their spawn if they need to. So this side I've seen, you know, not be as successful. But let's go over it again. You can push up through here. That hallway leads to the left side that we just went over in the middle where that red carpet is. And then you can push up to globe room. This is why I'm calling it that, because of the huge globe here. You know, one time I was playing on the map and I thought this globe was Hammond, and I was shooting it for like 6 seconds. I'm not even kidding. It was ridiculous. Anyways, you have a small minor health pack over here in the globe room. And then this leads down into this piano room, and then onto the point. You have another minor health pack here. And then you do have a health pack back here, which leads sort of onto this overlook, onto the second point, which you'll see a lot of teams maybe put a Bastion here or a Torbjorn turret, or they're kind of sneaky. They'll put one here or over here. But there are ways to deal with it, especially coming through here. If you know there's a turret to the right or to the left, you can sort of come out and deal with it real quickly. All right, and that's pretty much the whole map. I don't think I missed anything, but I do want to go over some heroes. We talked about some heroes that are very successful on this map, and some things to look out for. So on the first point, I've seen, like I said, a ton of Bastion, Torbjorn, May, Symmetra, Junkrat, a bunch of those types of defensive heroes being played in a team with Orisa or Orisa Reinhardt. You know, they do double shields, or Orisa Diva or Orisa Hog. I've seen a lot because, you know, you have to come through that choke so you can get a couple of clean hooks with an Orisa pull as Hog. So that's very good. And then the only thing is, once the team has gotten through, if the enemy has a Symmetra on defense, what I've seen a lot of Symmetras do is they'll keep a teleporter up on this overlook from there, and they'll just straight up, if you get by them, they'll just teleport back here, and this is a very strong position to be if the enemy's not prepared for it. So you need to look out for that. I suggest playing Pharah, Junkrat, Hanzo on attack, something that breaks shields and something that can get damage out onto those defensive heroes. To talk about supports really quickly, I think Zenyatta on this first point for defense is great. Maybe a Lucio. I've been seeing a ton of Mercy actually being played with the Bastion or Ashe, something like that on defense. So again, Pharah might be very good. You can see if you have Pharah or Doomfist, you can come over this left side and you kind of have a very nice vantage point over here to fire onto the enemy team if they're defending from here or back there on the point. Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of teams defend from this spot right here. All right, moving on. Oh wait, one more thing before we get past the first point. You can definitely be knocked off of this first point. So if you are defending or attacking, you want to be careful with playing around this back area right here, because a Lucio, a Hammond, a Doomfist, a Reinhardt, anyone, Winston, Diva, whatever can boop you off the map, even Pharah with her concussive blast, you can definitely get thrown off this part right here, and it's an easy take for the attackers if you do, or defenders, an easy hold. So just be aware of that. And the same thing throughout the entire map. This left side is very dangerous. You can get pushed off. There are no railings. It is very easy to get pushed off, so be aware of that. All right, talking second point, attack and defense. I think that if you were attacking with maybe a Hanzo or Soldier or McCree on the first point, or a Pharah, you might want to switch it up. This point is very inclusive. I'll say it's very, very tight in these hallways. Very hard for Pharah to go from up here down through here to get onto the point, especially if they have a turret or something. Once you're here, the skybox is actually right here. You can't go any higher than this. So if you're playing Pharah, just know you're kind of a caged bird. You know what I'm saying? This is as high as you can go. So you want to be careful. You want to choose some heroes that are very good in close combat. I think Doomfist is very good here. Hammond is very good. Of course, he can attach himself to that statue and just roll around. And Reinhardt and Zarya are pretty good as well. What you're going to see on defense a lot of the times is Torbjorn. Torbjorn's great on this map. I haven't played a game where someone hasn't played Torbjorn, especially on the second point. His ult plus his turret is very, very powerful. I've actually seen multiple people hold this point by themselves in a 4v1 situation with a Torbjorn that has a good turret up and their ultimate up. It's very, very small, very compact, and then that combined with maybe a Symmetra makes this extremely difficult to get into. You have to really focus down targets, and like I said, I've been seeing all three, them, Bastion, and Mercy maybe. So Bastion, Torbjorn, Mercy, Symmetra, and then for tanks probably an Orisa, and you know, one more support, maybe a Lucio or something, or a Zen. And this point is pretty difficult to take. A lot of people think that it's not that hard. I've seen a lot of attackers lose. I've been on attack and have lost to what feels like, you know, impossible odds when you have a Torbjorn that knows what they're doing. There's some really, really good spots on this map for that turret. But yeah, guys, that's it. I did play a bit of the map on our stream on Friday. It was very fun. The map seems pretty good. It doesn't feel, you know, too easy for one side, which is always good to have that balance. You know, some teams will, you know, be better at attacking, some teams will be better at defending, especially if you have the right hero pool, if you have that Symmetra. And May too. May, Symmetra, Torbjorn, like I said, they're very, very good on these maps, especially the second point. So let me know what you guys think of the new Paris map if you've had the chance to play it on the PTR. Like I said, I like it. It seems interesting, very, very beautifully designed in terms of how it looks. And also, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel for more content. I'm Angel, and I'm out of here, guys. Peace.